All right, hello. So, now we're gonna talk about the law on cybercrime sa Pilipinas. Unsa man ang nagprotect sa tua from cybercrime. So, this is RA 10175. I've mentioned it sa to ang mga niaging mga klase. Now, this is called the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. It is an act defining cybercrime, providing for the prevention, investigation, suppression, and the imposition of penalties thereof, and for other purposes. Now, as I've said sa previous at mga klase, preventing cybercrime is the best thing that we can do. Nga no? Because investigating and reporting the said crimes is very tricky. Kaya wag ko takabalo. Kinsa tong kalaban usually, di ba? Para na mga scammers, those who are uh, those who are using names para ng mga identity theft na mga purposes. So there are different talaga nga mga um, crimes na naangkop sa cybercrime which is very hard to prosecute. Okay, now sa may sulod aning RA 10175. We have the different offenses. These are offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems. What is computer data? Anything that you have nasa imong file that is in your possession, ni mga privately owned. Systems are also kanang mga, let's say, mga apps and anything na sulod sa imong computer. That is confidentiality, di ba? When we say confidentiality, that is confident, that is only for you. Okay. Illegal access. The first one is illegal access. From the word illegal, meaning wala ka authorized, you don't have the right to access those, but you did access so. Para ng mga hacking, those are illegal access of system without the right. Now we have illegal interception. This interception that is made by technical means without the right of non-public transmission of computer data to, from, or with a computer system, including electromagnetic emissions for the computer system carrying such computer. So, sa illegal access, kung sa illegal access, you are accessing a part or a whole of a computer system without the right. Sa interception naman, you are intercepting those messages or those files nga that is transmitted through from computer to computer within systems. Okay? It could be recording certain messages that is only private to you and to your converser. Tapos ki-intercept na siya sa isa ka cyber criminal. Okay, now we also have data interference. This is the intentional or the reckless alteration, damaging, deletion, or deterioration of computer data, electronic document, or electronic data messages without right, again, including the introduction or transmission of viruses. Now, si data interference, what you're doing is kanang mga data nga sulod sa isa ka computer, you're trying or you intentionally alter those. O sa man gi-alter, gi-usab, imong gi-damage, imong gi-delete, imong gi-deteriorate or completely hinay-hinay ni mo guba ang sulod sa isa ka computer. Whether it be electronic document, ka mga electronic document, those are, let's say, mga dokumento nimo in Word form, in PDF form, or kanang mga messages that is passed through mga apps or kanang sa Facebook man nato or sa anything that has to do with electronic data. Now, so may example, for example, ay ako nasuko ko sa ako ang, let's say, akong kumpanya, kay they had, let's say, ila kong gi-traitor or ila kong gihawa sa akong kumpanya because they want me to be replaced with a better nga, with a better nga empleyado. Okay. Unya, ako nga nag-hold a grudge, what I did was, since I have access to that certain data, I tried to alter those. Akong gipang damage, akong gipang delete. And let's say maybe for example, I have installed a virus to causing the computer data to be obliterated from the systems. So that is data interference. Okay, now we also have system interference. It is the intentional alteration or reckless hindering or interference with the functioning of a computer or computer network by inputting, transmitting, damaging, deleting, deteriorating, altering, or suppressing computer data or program. So kung si data interference, you're interfering with data. Si system interference naman, dito ka sa computer system or mga data program na ginagamit. For example, my first nga trabaho was in Department of Agrarian Reform. I was um, from administration and cashiering office. So accounting ko. We are using excuse me, certain ng mga systems to secure data para sa bangko. For example, when we make our own checks na kami ang mag-issue sa mga kliyente, what we do is ipaagi na mo siya sa system na hinatag sa land bank to record those certain datas para dili siya mawala, para makabalo, ining mag-trace back, padulong sa amuang office. Now, if I am trying to interfere with those systems, ako siyang gibutangan or gitransmitan or gidilitan ako mga kanang ang program, akong gire-program, di ba, binaries na. Ako siyang gire-program or ako siyang gidaot, gi-intentionally na ako siya alter. Ako siyang ang mga data ato, ako ang giusab. Those are system interference. Okay. Now we have the misuse of devices. Unsa man ang misuse of devices? This is the use, production, sale, procurement, importation, distribution, or otherwise making available for the following device, computer good is the primarily for the purpose of committing any of the offenses. For example, if ako, namaligya ko sa inyo og mga cracked version sa Adobe, ang ana, or if a certain device, ako siyang gi-bypass, for example, isa ka Nintendo Switch, di ba? If are you familiar with the Nintendo Switch? Britain ako siyang gi-jailbreak. And then I am using those, I am producing those para ibaligya na ako kay mas maka-sale ko, kay available na ang tibuok ng mga games that is compatible with that certain device without accessing their eShop. Di ba? Bawal man na. Bawal man gina kay namaligya man si Nintendo mga dula. So, I am using that for my financial gain. I am selling those devices, meaning I am misusing those devices. It could also be computer password, access code, or pananglitan ako. If I let's say I am working for Canva. I'm working for Canva. Isa ko sa mga developer sa Canva. And I have passwords and I have access codes, certain, let's say, mga services sa Canva, mga pro nga mga accounts, then I am selling those. Ako silang gipang kuan primarily for my financial gain again. Ingana siya. That is the selling or computer password. Next, we have cyber squatting. Now, what is cyber squatting? It is the acquisition of a domain name over the internet in bad faith to profit, mislead, destroy reputation, and deprive others from registering the same. Now, di ba, ang mga certain nga mga kumpanya, we have something we call domain name. Sa mga domain name, for example, si Facebook, ang iyang domain name is facebook.com. Now, if I were to acquire that domain name, si facebook.com, unya ako na siyang gigamit for ill purposes or nangayo ko kwarta, ako siyang nakuha ang domain name, nangayo ko kwarta for you to sign up or I am misleading you to something that is evil or para ma-destroy ang reputation sa Facebook. That is called cyber squatting. Okay. Domain name is similar, identical, or confusingly similar to the existing trademark. Kung iya facebook.com, ako mo na ko, let's say Facebook with triple O, or registered with appropriate agency, blah, blah, blah. It could be ang agency po sa isa for example, si PhilHealth, akong dautan, maghimo ko ako ang domain name that is similar to PhilHealth, tapos gimo na ko siya to throw ka ng shades at PhilHealth. Okay? Dara. It could be also be a name of a person or or a personal name para manaot og tao, that is cyber squatting. Okay. What are the different computer-related offenses? We have computer-related forgery. This is the input, alteration, deletion of any computer data. Diba, when we say forgery sa atong question document, you are altering certain documents, mga question documents, for the purpose of defrauding someone. Now, karon si computer-related forgery, ang atuang alter diha, atong gina usap-usap diha, or computer data. Computer data, it considered or acted upon for legal purposes as if it were authentic, regardless whether the data is directly readable and intelligible. Okay, the act of knowingly using computer data, which is product of computer-related forgery, is defined. So, for example, if you're using that computer data to defraud someone, even though you know that is kanang forged nga mga data, you are also liable for the same. Next, we have computer-related fraud. Now, the unauthorized input, alteration, deletion of computer data, causing damage thereby with fraudulent intent. Okay. Again, we have next we have computer-related identity theft. Na-discuss ko na siya. For example, you are being, or you as a scammer, ang mga personal details sa isa ka tao. Kasi nga we have two different information. We have PII, which is personal identification information, para anang ato ang pangalan, ato ang address. Those are ato ang personal information. And we also have SPII, which stands for sensitive personal identity information. Para na itong mga SSS number, kanang those numbers that should be sa ato alang available o sa ato ang employers. That can be used against you, or that can be used to defraud someone. Identity theft ha, gamito ng imong pangalan for the purposes of defrauding someone. Or gamito ng imong mga sensitive information to acquire money from you. Misuse, transfer, possession, alteration, and deletion of identifying information belonging to another. So, in a sense nga, gikawat ang imong identity, computer-related identity theft, and it is very, very daghan sa Pilipinas. Labaw na kay nagagamit na taog GCash, di ba? Nagagamit na taog mga online nga mga banking. Okay. Content-related offenses, those are mga existing na mga, let's say, mga offenses. But since naala sila sa cyber space, ginatawag na to sila content-related offenses. So any content na imong gina-post sa social media, for example, we have cyber sex, willful engagement, maintenance, control, or operation directly or indirectly of any lascivious exhibition of sexual organs or sexual activity with the aid of a computer system for favor or consideration. It's like prostitution, but in the cyberspace. That is cyber sex. Child pornography. So, pornography, this is the use of pornographic content, since bawal man yun na ang pornographic content, labaw na kay naatay MTRCB nga nag-moderate sa ato ang data or nag-moderate sa mga content that is presented to us in national television or sa ato ang cyberspace. When you say child pornography, bawal yun siya. Bawal yun ka mag-share og mga pornographic nga mga pictures or mga videos that is containing a child. When you say child, wala pa naabot sa legal age. Okay? That is punishable under Republic Act 9775 or the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, committed through a computer system. Libel, unlawful or prohibited acts of libel as defined by Article 355 of the RPC as amended, committed. Now, Kani si libel, we have cyber libel. Kana bitang, for example, nangutang ko sa imo ha. Unya, gay ko ulo, baga kog naong, kay kabalo ko, nga dili ta mag-abot og criminal court, kay kutob ra jud ta og civil court. Now, sa gay sa kong ulo, imo kong i-post. You are posting me, ngayon ani kada ko akong utang, I can charge you with cyber libel. I can charge you with cyberbullying. You are nagpanirang puri ka ba, nagstorya ka kag isa ka tao, or nagstorya ka about sa isa ka tao, nga makadaot sa iyong image, that is cyber libel. Na naitabo na sa una katong time, nga dagan si Digong versus kang Lenny. Si Lenny ba to? Dili de si Lenny sa sikuan. Mga dilawan. Katubitaw ni, ingon sila nga, na nag-post nga, kasuhan niya ang isa ka supporter ni Digong kiningon nga batik siyag naong nung naabot sila korte katawanan kayo kay gasuan niya og cybercrime, cyber libel, cyberbullying. And then what happened was si court gi-prove niya whether or not tinuod ba ang giingon sa katong nag-post. Na karon napanitud napanitud-an na-prove Manila sa court nga batay jud siya naong. So wala siya nakapabayad or walay sala atong nagbuli sa iya. Very tanawan ninyo nana sa internet. Okay. National Bureau of Investigation or the NBI and the National Police, Philippine National Police or the PNP, they are the ones who are responsible for the provisions or the effectivity of RA 10175. Now, if you are a victim of, let's say, identity theft, cybercrime such as identity theft, ang buhaton ni mo na muduol ka sa NBI. Muduol ka o cybercrime group sa PNP. And the best thing you could do is, unsa man, is to report. Report lang jud ta aning kutob. Because pareha nang palitan, ikaw you are a victim of identity theft. Tapos, using your identity, ni utang siya. Tapos, karon gusto ka nga subayon kung kinsa. Nga lisod man ano. Just like investigating a normal nga krimen, what you do is you investigate, you find suspects, ana, nga mga krimen, and then you try to get as much as possible nga mga si tawag ani okay, ikat lang na ko tuloy. You are finding as much as mga anything that will prove your guilt. Kasi tawagan na. Evidence. And process na, magkuha ng suspects, but very little lang ang makulong dyan na kay lisod yung kayo siya i-subay. So the best thing you could do is, again, report. Now, si RTC, muna siya ang night jurisdiction of anything in violations of the provisions of RA 10175. Rules on cybercrime warrants, we have warrant to disclose computer data or what we call as WDCD. It requires any information to disclose subscribers' information, traffic data, or relevant data in his possession or control within 72 hours of the receipt of the order. Request for WDCD may only be filed if there is a complaint officially docketed and assigned for investigation and for disclosure is necessary for relevant risk. For example, I am accused of, let's say, nangmugaw ko online. Nangmugaw ko og mga bata to perform pornography, cyber sex, child pornography. Since isa ko ka-suspect, ilahang kuhaan og kanang data ang ako ang computer, ako ang unit. Ang ihimo nga warrant is the warrant to disclose computer data. It's like search warrant but for that certain device. Kuwaon dito tanan nga information nga makuha nila sa ako ang mga browsers, anything that is happening within 72 hours sa ako ang computer. But kana siya nga computer data can only be filed or can only be makuha na siya or mahatag na siya if there are complainants. That is necessary only for investigation. If there is no need to acquire those certain data sa isa ka certain nga investigation, then dili na warrant to disclose computer data. Okay, requires any person, blah, 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 nag-usab, sa niya, an order in writing issued in the name of the people. So it's the same as warrant, signed by a judge. Return on the WDCD. Within 48 hours, that is how many days? 2 days from the implementation or after the expiration of the effectivity of WCD. Okay. An order in issue of the name of the people of the Philippines, following activities, listening to, authorizing the latter. So sa mga law enforcement authorities, they can listen to recording, monitoring your computer data, surveillance of any content or communication, pati ang mga procuring ang imong content of computer data. Okay. This is signed by judge, seize or examine. It could be a whole, whole nga ng computer nimo, tanan nga content that containing all of the content that is inside your drive, or it could be certain na mga drives, depending on the specified inside the warrant. Okay. Warrant to examine computer data, warrant issued when a computer data or system is previously seized by another lawful method, such as warrantless arrest. Now, if you are arrested by warrantless arrest, dira sila mag-file o warrant that is issued again by a judge para ma-search ang imuhang previously seized nga mga devices. Made by law enforcement for searching any device seized must state the relevance and necessity of the data sought. So if you're kanang imuhang investigation is concerning with cybercrime, usually mag-file gud sila og warrant to examine computer data. But if it's not related to that, kung gusto lang sila magkita o let's say ma-confirming ang alibi, they can do that also. Pero most likely, ang ginahatagan o kanang gina-issuean ana is those concerning with cybercrime. Okay. Digital forensic process. The Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group, they identify. The first one, there is a process in forensic or digital forensics. First is that they identify or the identification. Investigator explains the document of origin of the evidence and its significance. What is the significance of that certain evidences nga na-acquire anang certain devices asa gikan o kung sa iyahang tabang sa pag-imbestigar. Now, data acquisition. Data acquisition is the first contact with the evidence. Diba natin ginatawag sa ato ang forensic investigation nga first natong tunob, dira nato makitaan tanan nga mga ebidensya. Okay, so now sa data acquisition of digital forensics, this is the most important part kay dira ta nga dira pud ta most likely nga ang evidence is damaged or destroyed. Kaya ang uban ana, di ba, dali-dali unog erase. Now, imaging, making an exact copy bit by bit of the original drive into a new digital devices. So you are imaging or you are copying same documents. Verification, establish the integrity of the digital evidence. Verification of the integrity, when you say integrity, ang iyahang integridad. Now, reporting or documentations, this is when the findings is determined to be relevant and the revision finalized in a report. You are documenting certain nga mga findings. You are, as an investigator, arrange sa mga gamit nimo or mga documents nimo according to the analysis or the findings sa makita ninyo that is relevant only